Submarine altering to port, range 2000, echo pitch same.
Bridge, come right, 180.
Right, 180. Range 2200.
Bridge, come hard right.
Hard right, roger.
I think we're onto a non-sub, sir. Sounds like a tide rip to me.
That's it. Action mortars.
Echo pitch same, range 1900, firm contact on attack sonar.
Seems to be going backwards, sir.
Fire. Range SCR.
Range 2000, 2200. The echoes seem to be breaking up, sir.
What do you mean?
No echoes, sir. Carrying out lost contact procedure.
Justin.
We've lost him.
One more attack, sir.
Why not? I like sinking aviators.
Trouble is, each time you make a turn at speed like that...
Last known range and bearing SCR.
230.
Torpedo, torpedo, torpedo.
Torpedo bearing 065, coming left 355 to evade.
Roger. Make the submarine end of exercise. Stand by the surface.
Do you have our first lieutenant? HMS Ovid has now surfaced and will proceed independently into harbour. Action Option, SCR and border crews secure. That completes our anti-submarine exercises for this week.
Loud and prolonged cheers.
Oh, didn't we do very well then, sir?
No, Aitken, we didn't. As a matter of fact... As a matter of fact, I believe at this moment we are all sitting in little rubber boats looking at where our ship used to be.
Oh, well, I'd better give him a good tea then, sir. Cucumber sandwiches.
Valium.
Captain, sir. Navigating officer.
Captain.
The signal from the submarine, sir. Shall I read it?
Yes.
From Ovid to Hero. Never before in the history of anti-submarine conflict has one submarine sunk the same frigate so many times.
Para 2. Next time we meet...
Remind me to lend you my hearing aid.
Roger. Look up the name of the commanding officer of Ovid.
Have done, sir. It's Lieutenant J.A. Brockle. Seniority...
Make to Ovid. Come in. Make to Ovid. You are to report to me on arrival in harbour. Dress number 4's, sword and medals.
Aye, aye, sir.
I'm not happy.
No, sir. I wouldn't be either.
That option is a shambles. It's up to you to sort it out.
I don't think this is my problem, sir.
Why not? You're the training officer. You're the anti-submarine specialist.
Sir, but as the first lieutenant, I've always regarded the option as being outside my parish.
You didn't this afternoon.
No, that was...
Backseat driving.
I was trying to help.
Well, you didn't. Anyway, what are we going to do about it?
We or you, sir.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, the team's the same. They've always produced excellent results in the past. Under command and...
Go on. Under Commander Nialls, Hero was pride of the fleet.
I wasn't going to say that, sir, but he did know what he was doing when it came to hunting submarines.
Meaning I don't.
Meaning you're unsure of yourself, and it shows.
Does it?
Rubs off, sir. Your lack of confidence is...
It's such an intangible business.
It's an art. You have to be able to think in 3 dimensions.
Coming from a fish head to a flyboy.
Well, there it is. The team hasn't changed.
So you're telling me to sharpen myself up?
Short of doing it for you.
Come in. Yes, Paul.
An amendment to the berthing signal, sir. Ovid's been told to berth outside us for the night.
Ah, that's all I need.
What's this? Boat's here in harbour tomorrow. Aren't we supposed to be exercising with her?
Yes, sir, that's the other thing. Apparently she's got duff evaporators.
We'll have to rethink the whole of tomorrow forenoon's programme.
No, it's no loss. There's plenty to do. But I have a planning meeting on arrival. All right, number 1?
Yes, sir, we'll fix.
Haven't you got the captain of Ovid calling on you, sir?
Oh, yes, of course. Brockle, whatever his name is. Well, that won't take long. I want him met by you personally, Derek. Piped on board, escorted to my cabin. Full ceremonial for receiving commanding officers. Funny or otherwise.
Duty card for the watch to muster. Clean up mess decks and flats for rounds. Leading to Randall, flight deck.
Man on the side! Stand by the pipe. Pipe. Piping party, turn right, dismiss. Haven't you got a sword?
I'm not the captain. I'm the navigating officer.
Oh, why didn't you... Oh, never mind. Who are you after?
The first lieutenant, please, sir.
That's me.
Oh, well, my first lieutenant's apologies for not being able to come aboard in person, but he would be most grateful if we could use your laundry facilities.
Huh. That didn't take long. You better see the supply officer. He's probably in the wardroom.
Oh.
Now what?
Well, excuse me, sir, but I think my captain's just...
I'm about to board your gently rusting craft, number 1.
Man aside!
Too late! Too late! Porky Beaumont, isn't it?
Come in. Captain of Ovid, sir. Thank you, number 1. Shut the door, please.
You wish to see me, sir?
Yes, I did. Peter Tremayne? You idiot. What are you doing here? I was expecting some lieutenant.
Young Brockle.
That's right.
Broke his ankle. So I have to spend 3 days exercising with some rubbishy frigate.
Watch it.
And a captain who seems to have got himself pie-eyed on power and self-importance.
Sit down, take those gongs off and have a drink. Brandy, all right?
Fine.
Oh, by the way, congratulations.
On what?
Their lordships made the mistake of selecting you for commander.
It looks like they'll promote anyone now.
I got mine for my good looks and my intellect. What's your excuse?
I wrote in and asked for it.
You mean submariners can actually write these days?
If they can get on the course, it's usually full up with flyboys now. Cheers.
Give me the buzz the moment he looks like getting ready to go, all right?
Right, sir.
But I don't want to miss him.
Sir?
You waiting for me?
Yes, I was wondering if I could get ashore.
Well, what do you think, Paul? Got this meeting in a couple of minutes. Captain of Ovid's gone.
Well, yes, I know that, sir, but I thought if...
Well, think harder.
Well, I didn't realise I was indispensable.
What?
I was asking if for once you could manage to struggle through a meeting without me.
But you're the navigating officer.
Which is why I work twice as hard as anyone else when we're at sea, and why I'd like a little time off when we're in harbour.
You can go ashore after the meeting.
Well, let's keep it short.
All. Bring a child of the exercise areas down to the meeting, will you?
Aye, aye, sir.
So you've got the bit between your teeth, have you? How's old Porky Beaumont?
Oh.
Not hitting it off, eh?
Well, let's put it this way. He makes somebody a lovely granny.
Remember that day we put him in his kit bag? I say, you chaps, look here, have a heart.
Yes, I'd forgotten that.
You were the one who suggested it.
Me? Never.
And you were the one who nicknamed him Porky.
Oh, yes. I've forgotten why now.
It was a play on words. We used to list him as the Boar, spelt B-O-A-R, meaning B-O-R-E.
I suppose it would be unkind to say that some things are eternal.
Well, it could be worse.
Oh, yes.
He might have joined submarines.
Just because he's called Porky doesn't mean he wants to live in a pigsty.
How dare you? It's not much, but it's home.
Aiken?
We're having a drink, sir. Will you be in the wardroom, sir?
If I'm out of my cabin, yes.
So the navigating officer found himself being piped over the side. What's his name, Paul?
Nigel Ringshaw, a walking disaster area. We used to compete for bottom marks on subs courses.
I believe it.
I won't tell you who won.
Hi, are you all here?
Most of us have been here for the past 10 minutes.
The father must be giving the captain of Ovid a fair old grilling.
Oh, it's not quite like that. They're old buddies. Still, I'll go and chivvy him up.
And about time, too.
Just because you want to go and chat up that little Wren officer ashore.
Some people seem to think that the path to promotion is paved with the broken bodies of junior officers.
You'll be exactly the same when you're a first lieutenant.
Oh, sure.
You wait and see. You'll find it's the worst job in the fleet.
What is?
First lieutenant of a frigate.
This isn't a frigate. It's a slave ship.
There's always that slight feeling between us.
Give him his due. It can't be all that easy.
So why can't we have a stand-up row and clear the air? No, it's always, aye, sir. Boot face and glassy stare. Come in. Yes, Derek.
I'm sorry to interrupt, sir.
Not at all.
I thought I'd remind you about the meeting.
You're not still waiting, are you?
Well, yes, we are.
Oh, for goodness sake. Look, chair it for me, will you?
Aye, sir.
See what I mean?
The doctor said, and the good news is that the other leg's getting better.
I told you that last Tuesday.
Yes, I heard that.
Right. Let's get on with it.
Well, isn't our Lord and Master coming down?
He asked me to chair it.
Oh, charming. We hang about for half the night, and now he decides not even to...
Let's get on with the meeting, shall we? Now, tomorrow forenoon, I'll take bids for independent exercises.
How about exercising suppression of mutiny? I'll lead the mutineers.
I thought you wanted this meeting to be as short as possible.
Yes, sir.
And it's in all our interest if you keep your mouth shut. Bill, would you like to start with something sensible?
Take today, for instance, in the ops room, right in the middle of that last attack. Come in.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Aitken.
Well, I was wondering if you'd been to dinner tonight, sir.
Stay to dinner.
Oh, that's very kind.
All right, Aitken?
Certainly, sir.
Oh, Aitken.
Sir?
Let's make it steak. And ask the WEO to pick out a decent bottle of red wine. As I recall, you're something of an expert.
You any preference, sir?
No, anything the wine caterer recommends.
Sir?
Oh, what was I talking about?
You were banging on at some length about that poor, downtrodden first lieutenant.
Oh, yes. You know what he said to me today?
What?
He implied that I was probably the worst anti-submarine captain he'd ever come across.
Judging from Hero's performance this afternoon, I'd say he's dead right. It's no laughing matter, Alan. I'm serious. And you're going to have to do something about it.
That gives us 2 hours for machinery breakdown drills.
Yes, excluding the diesel generators if you want to do radar calibration.
Check. That takes us to 10:30. Yes.
Excuse me, sir. Could I have a word with the WEO, sir?
Yeah, sure.
The captain would like you to choose a bottle of wine for him, sir, to go with the steak.
Oh, the captain developing a palate at last?
No, sir. He's got a guest.
Ah. Well, Nuit Saint-Georges, I think. Excuse me, Derek.
Sure.
Any more delays like this, you'll have more than Nuit Saint-Georges. You'll have deadly nightshade.
I want to see you in my cabin immediately after this meeting, please.
Aye, aye, sir.
Sorry about that.
Right, continue.
I never had any difficulty with anti-submarine stuff when I did my CO's course. And in an aeroplane,
Aeroplanes? It's not like bombing a splash target. That's a science.
Yes, I know. This is an art.
Well, it is.
So my learned friend told me this afternoon.
Well, he's right, Alan. You've got to be prepared to listen to him. You're the captain of an anti-submarine frigate, and you're just not good enough.
That's all right for you. The odds are always on the submarine side.
Who says? You've got some of the best sonar equipment in the world and mortars at the back end to drop damn great bombs on me.
If I can find you.
Exactly. And at the moment, you couldn't find a haystack in a needle.
Well, that's it. I'll see you now.
Well, I hope the captain won't want to change anything.
Oh, of course he won't.
Well, we've filled up his day tomorrow. It's a full program.
The boat is here in harbour. We don't have much choice. Anyway, let me get daily orders out before they become history.
Well, I shouldn't bother. No one reads them.
Oh, I know you don't. The ship's company does, and the captain does.
Then you'll be glad to note that we aren't chasing Ovid again tomorrow.
Boy, aren't we all. Come on.
There's your search pattern, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here's me, sitting underneath. Now, what can I do to make things difficult?
Get out of it.
That way, maybe. But that's not all, is it? I can go deep and silent. I can keep out of your sonar beam. And if you dash about at high speed, churning up lots of weight like today, it plays right into my hands.
So it's the quiet, unflustered bit, is it?
Right. And think in 3 dimensions. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. You are going to change before dinner, aren't you?
Naturally. It's all a myth, you know. Submariners don't change their clothes.
Oh, yes.
We don't wash, of course, but we do change.
What into? Jeans and T-shirts?
Knickers and gloves, if you like.
With gas masks? Sea boots optional?
Of course.
Now let us get this straight. If you want to play the buffoon, do so in your own cabin, in front of the mirror. That way you might find a more appreciative audience. But don't try it in the wardroom. Understood?
I'll look it up in the Naval Discipline Act.
Look what up?
The proper wording for the charge. Was guilty of conduct to the prejudice of good order and naval discipline in that he did joke in front of his first lieutenant.
It was not a joke.
Whole day's been a joke.
Meaning?
Ovid would have been in more danger from the Gosport ferry.
Whatever happened on the exercise does not excuse your behavior in the mess. Not only childish, it was disloyal. And disloyalty is something I will not have, not in my wardrobe. Wait. Now, we all feel trampled on at times. But it does not give us the right to snipe at the system, nor at the command. All right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I appreciate that you're short on sleep, but so are most of us. I said wait! You got the message?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, there's this signal amending our program tomorrow. Isn't there?
I'll draft it now, sir.
Good. Thank you, Paul. What is it, Aiken?
Captain of Ovid's just gone, sir. I'm afraid you've missed him. Oh, he is coming back, sir.
All right, Aiken. Thank you.
Sir?
Horse's neck, Paul.
No, thanks.
Got a flea in your ear?
4 elephants and a first lieutenant.
All you ask for. Now have a drink and forget it.
I haven't got time.
Have a drink, it'll relax you.
Relax me. Number 1's wound up my spring and thrown the key away.
Then lubricate the clockwork with a spot of brandy.
All right, thanks. Just a quick one. Rang my bird.
Oh, yes?
She wanted to know if we'd had an exciting exercise.
What did you say?
Oh, I told her it had been interesting, useful, good training value.
Very noble of you.
Yes. I omitted to tell her that our captain couldn't keep track of the soap in his bathtub.
Well, well, well. I thought you were the president of the Alan Glenn fan club.
Not after today.
Huh?
Should hear what the anti-submarine team is saying about him.
No.
Petty Officer Mason reckons we should get the NAFI manager to run the ops room next time. Says he couldn't do any worse.
Number 1 really should do something about it.
Number 1? Oh, Number 1's far too busy bucking for promotion by trampling on yours truly.
Oh, he's desperately loyal, of course. Works himself into the ground. But he weren't so intense. So
You've never been a first lieutenant, have you?
I've been senior pilot of a squadron.
No big deal.
What are you saying, anyway?
You've never had to stand back and watch your captain turn everything into a shambles.
Now, hang on a minute. We are talking about submarine warfare, nothing else.
Oh? So what's your primary role? Showing the flag and throwing parties? It's no good, Alan. Until you can hunt submarines properly and effectively, Hero's about as much use to the fleet as a fish and chip van.
So, you think I should listen to Derek?
He's the only bloke you've got on board who can really help you.
It's easy to snipe from the sidelines. There's no guarantee he'd be any better in the thick of things.
Well, why not let him try? See what kind of a fist he makes of it.
Oh, no fear. It'd be unbearable.
Is that the real reason? Or are you afraid of losing face?
Have some more wine before I punch you on the nose.
Well, that's another thing you did at Dartmouth.
What?
Punch me on the nose.
Did I? Why?
I was trying to give you some advice on how to sail a dinghy.
Oh, yes, yes. And I got a bit uptight.
Very.
But you were being forcible with your opinions, weren't you?
I merely said that you were the worst helmsman in the college.
Well, then.
And you took the dinghy out and sank it.
Point taken. I'll try not to sink this one.
That's easy. Just keep her away from submarines.
That one.
Right.
Excuse my rig, sir.
Provided you're not staying.
I'm not. Just to let you know the signal's been cleared, sir.
For the amended program?
Yes, sir.
Good, thank you, Paul. Going ashore now?
No, sir. Turning in.
Not a happy officer.
Nor because of his cruel first lieutenant.
Well, he's in love.
Yeah? Who is it this week?
It was that little blonde wren in barracks.
Then she should understand.
What?
Ship comes first.
You ever had a blood test?
Hmm?
What did they find? Salt water?
Milk of human kindness.
That's right. You set up a steep turn and then reverse it like that so that you can come up the other bloke's tail.
Yes, I know. There you were. Nothing on the clock but the maker's name.
It demands precision. You have to fly your aircraft to its limits, and you have to know its limits.
I got to know mine. The only time I did a barrel roll, I had to be sick in my helmet.
But when you're chasing submarines, everything's so vague. Help yourself.
Not if you're the bloke sitting underneath it, isn't it?
If you make a mess of it, all you know is you've failed, like no submarine.
That or a socking great bang.
One really good session with a submarine. That's all I need, just one. Get him to set up a pattern. Going deep and shallow, coming towards, evading, increasing speed. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I might be.
When?
Tomorrow forenoon, or not at all.
Can you spare the time?
Providing my makey-learny navigating officer doesn't lose us, we've plenty of time in hand to get to Jib.
You're sure about this, Peter?
Of course I'm sure.
Right. You're on.
I wonder if Father's funny friend is gone.
Didn't he play rugger for the Navy at one time?
I believe he did.
What about our boss? Was he a sportsman?
Strictly indoor, as I recall.
Careful, your claws are showing.
Yeah. I'll have to watch it after my lecture to Paul today.
Oh, what was that?
Loyalty to the command.
Well, loyalty's a two-way thing, you know. You have to have loyalty downwards, too.
Like letting Paul go ashore.
Well, like telling Father, well, reminding Father that punctuality is the politeness of kings and captains.
I think we're heading towards the session with the gloves off.
Well, that's a change of tune for you.
I only got up my nose today in the ops room. Charging around the ocean like a bull looking for a china shop.
And you fancy yourself as a matador, eh?
Oh, I see. There you are, mate.
What? Oh, hell. I thought I had you on the run.
But you're not the first person to make that mistake.
Then I'll turn starboard and start the pattern all over again.
And then when I can cope with that...
I'll hot the pace up a bit.
Oh, this is great, Peter. It's just what I need. Give me a few hours and I'll crack it.
Oh, no.
What do you mean?
You can't expect to know it all after 3 or 4 hours.
Well, I'll be a lot further on.
Maybe, but friend Beaumont will still be the expert. You're still going to have to listen to him.
We'll see. We'll see.
Anyway, mustn't keep you from your pit. Many thanks. Great evening.
Pleasure. Pleasure. Early swim tomorrow?
All right. 6 o'clock on your flight deck.
I'll fix you one of these days, Tremayne.
Not while you're in Hero and I'm in Ovid, you won't.
Early start tomorrow?
Today, another challenging 24 hours in Britain's new Navy.
Huh. Let's hope it's less frustrating than the last 24.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, I can.
The captain wonders if he can spare a minute, sir.
Was Lieutenant Commander Tremayne left?
Yeah, he's just gone, sir.
Thank you, Aiken.
Sir?
Can I spare a moment?
What are you worried about? You've got all night.
Yes? Ah, come in, Derek. Help yourself to a drink.
No, I won't, thank you, sir.
Oh, sit down, sit down. Look, I've been having a chat with Peter Tremayne about our standard of AS. He reckons we're rubbish. Well, what do you think?
Well, I wouldn't put it as strongly as that.
You wouldn't.
All the same, there's plenty of room for improvement.
Exactly. And he's agreed to give me a really good session tomorrow.
You mean cancel the whole of the forenoon's programme?
Yes, yes, why not?
That cleared the signal.
Well, it's all right. You can send another one. Can fix?
I can fix, yes, sir, but I think you're making a mistake.
Oh?
Well, it means rewriting night orders, issuing last-minute amendments to daily orders, the whole...
Come off it, Derek. Be flexible.
There's a difference, sir, between being flexible and messing the ship's company about. Situation normal, everything's changed. Anyway, What does Tremayne know about Hero?
I've got a lot of respect for submariners, and in this case, I'm sure he's right. I can't afford to pass up the opportunity.
Very well. I'll draft a signal.
Good. Send Paul in. I'll give him the details.
Paul is asleep. He turned in ages ago.
Then get him up, please. The ship's AS efficiency is more important than the navigator's beauty sleep.
He spent the whole evening doing the tomorrow morning's programming.
OK, so I'll apologise.
Very well. Two things for the record. First, if you listened to me a bit more over the past few days, you'd have probably learned as much about AS as you hoped to learn from your friend Tremayne.
Now, wait a
tomorrow.
minute.
And secondly, if you imagine that one forenoon's exercising with Ovid is going to solve your problems, you're wrong because it isn't.
Anything else?
Yes. While we're at it, you're not flying a Phantom now. You have 260 other people to think about. You can try and run a one-man band, yes, certainly. Don't be surprised if all you produce is a lot of clash. Precious little music. Go and shake Peek. Paul? First Lieutenant. I'm sorry to wake you. Come down to my cabin, please. Oh, Bill.
Something in the wind.
Oh, you could say so. Take it, Pew.
Well?
Alan Glenn was born 100 years too late. He should be leading cavalry charges.
What?
Ah, Paul. Program change. We're exercising with Ovid.
Oh, whose bright idea
I just
was
want you
that?
to cancel the amendment signal and draft another one. Captain will give you the details.
The captain should be put in a straitjacket.
Paul,
Can't-
please.
What did you point out to the captain that I spent
What I
half
point out
the
to the
night...
captain is my business and his, Paul, not yours. Don't worry. We'll laugh about it in a month's time.
I'll make a note in my diary.
Well, let's reopen the bar, celebrate the end of my career.
As bad as that, is it?
Could be. I just said a few things that needed saying. That never did anyone any good.
Well, the old Matador bit.
Death in the middle watch.
Well, good for you. Still, if Father wants to improve his anti-submarine warfare, at least his heart's in the right place.
Oh, I'm sure. Just his brains have gone missing.
Sprint the last 100.
After you, sir. Well, see you sometime, Peter.
No doubt I'll see you through my attack, Periscope. Don't forget, 3 dimensions.
Ready for season.
Take her out, number 1. Aye, aye, sir.
I'll be on the bridge in 5 minutes.
Come on, you tardy aviator. Let's be having you.
I want you to stay up here, please, number one. I'm going down to the ops room, sort myself out. Let me know when we're in the exercise area, pilot.
Yes, sir. I don't know what he's waiting for, sir. We're nearly 5 miles inside area Delta already.
Captain WT, from 0, turning to safety course, ready when you are.
Position on diving. Open 1, 2, 4, 6, and 7 main vents.
Diving now, diving now.
Come on, Nigel, let's have that position.
Coming up, sir. 050. Little scary 10 miles.
050, Little Scary, 5.1 miles.
Roger.
Depth 140 feet, sir.
Group down.
Group down.
Revolutions 200.
Revolutions 200.
We'll break him in gently.
Submarine turning starboard, now bearing 185, range 1,400, opening.
Bridge, come slowly right, 180.
Slowly right, 180.
Keeping her on my starboard bow, SCR.
Roger, sir.
For exercise, action motors. Starting first dummy run now, Bridge.
Sounds as if he's running in for an attack now, sir.
Firm contact on attack sonar, echo pitch, slight high, range 1,500.
Stand by, Bridge. For exercise, firing mortars now. Bearing 265, range 1,450. Make the submarine, indicate position.
A bearing of the smoke, 267, 268, 269.
Roger. Good attack. We'll make the next one a firing run. Mortars will be firing without warning for the rest of the forenoon. Out of bounds until further notice.
The Battle of the Atlantic all over again.
Fire. Well done, SCR. That was another good attack.
Ops bridge. Projectiles visual, green 70.
Bridge, First Lieutenant.
First Lieutenant, sir.
Like to come down and have a go now. I reckon I've had my money's worth.
On my way down, sir.
North 180, sir.
He's got this hacked, hasn't he? Let's hot it up a bit for him. Batteries in series.
Batteries in series.
Full ahead together.
Full ahead together.
Port 30.
Port 30.
6 up.
6 up.
Keep 58 feet.
Keep 58 feet.
Range opening, range 2,800. Echo pitch mark low. Submarine appears to be increasing speed, turning to port.
Come left, 150, up to 18 knots.
Left 150.
Keep on him, SCR, don't let him get away.
Aye, aye, sir. Confirmed. Submarine has gone right up in speed.
Starboard 30.
Starboard 30.
8 down, keep 200 feet.
8 down, keep 200 feet.
That'll fix him.
Come on, SCR, keep the reports coming.
No echoes. Last known bearing 190, range 3000.
There you are. That's precisely what he kept doing to me yesterday.
SCR, investigate the bearing 230.
Investigate the bearing 230.
It's hardly likely to be to the west, number one. He's only port from south.
Well, probably double back, sir.
Contact
Like
bearing 245, extreme range.
That's it, now keep on him, SCR.
It's unlikely. He agreed to run a set course.
The submarine there, even if it's an Ovid. Make the submarine indicate position.
Indicate position already? He really wants it on a plate, doesn't he? How much further can we go in this direction?
Another 6 miles before we reach the edge of our area, sir.
Well, if that is him, he's under a mile from the edge of the exercise area.
And he's heading straight for the little scary bank.
No, I doubt it. Not Peter Tremayne.
Come right, 250, 24 knots.
What do you...
Right 250,
Going up,
24
sir.
knots.
It's probably a tide rip.
No, it's like water.
No echoes. Lost contact on search sonar, carrying out all-round sweep.
There you are. Was an on-sub.
Do you want to take over, sir?
We're going to look proper
I'm
Charlie.
not worried about losing face, sir. I'm worried about losing Ovid.
Right, number one. You're the expert.
SCR, make to Ovid on underwater telephone. Reverse course, check navigation.
I doubt if you'll hear him while we're at this speed, sir.
Transmitted and keep transmitting. Bridge,
Bridge.
28 knots, pilot, and stand by emergency sound signal. I want to reverse course and stop engines when we're 2 cables clear of Little Scary.
Confirm 2 cables.
Confirm 2 cables, 400 yards. With luck, we'll overtake him before he hits the bank.
When will he learn? He's still thrashing around like a maniac.
He's transmitting on the underwater telephone, sir, but I can't make head or tail of it.
You're probably asking for permission to land on.
Stop both engines.
Stop both engines.
Confirm you want the sound signal now?
Yes.
Confirm.
Drop 6 charges.
1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.
Stop together.
Stop together.
Port 30.
From Hero, sir. Check navigation. Reverse course.
Check that last visual, please. Check your dead reckoning.
Sir, I've made an error. I put the range on wrong. From Little Scary. I think I must have doubled up the scale.
So where are we now, Nigel?
Well, it's a little difficult.
Just give me a safe course to steer.
East, sir.
Steer 090.
Steer 090.
Group down.
Group down.
Half ahead together.
Half head together.
Make to Hero. Turning port east, coming to periscope depth.
Roger. He's about to surface now. Come up to the bridge, number one.
Make to him. Thank you, sir. You are a friend indeed.
Make back to Ovid. Please address the crate of scotch to my first lieutenant.
Yes, sir. And a small glass for the navigator, sir.
Ah, yes. How do you spell milkshake?
To my first lieutenant. Well, well, well. Good old Porky Beaumont.